Hey guys, Jonathan Soda here. Back again doing another movie review. Excuse me. Let me fix my camera. Okay. Uh, I'm back again doing another movie review, and today we will be reviewing Man of Steel. Now, Man of Steel is directed by Zack Snyder and features Henry Cavill, Amy Adams, Michael Shannon, Kevin Costner, Diane Lane, Lawrence Fishburne, and Russell Crowe. So, the plot of Man of Steel is that it's a remake, it's a reboot to the Superman franchise and has the same plot as Superman the movie. Um, but like there are a lot of differences to Superman the movie. Like this, at times feels like its own thing, which it kind of is in a way. But like, um, yeah, but like it has a lot of things from Superman the movie in it, but like a lot of major differences from that movie. So the plot is that it starts off in Krypton with Jor-El like Superman the movie did, but like um except with Jor-El like he's talking to like the counselor and all that Krypton's about to destroy, and then like after that General Zod like breaks the doors with like all his people. And in this movie, General Zod is more deadlier than he is in the than he was in the original one. In this one, he has a bigger team. Like he has like a whole group, like a whole like group, and he's Krypton's military leader. What his purpose is that like General Zod he exists only to protect Krypton and to save his people and to like reach out other environments to save Krypton. And yeah, so like that's what he is. He's just a protector of Krypton. But like he'll go crazy to protect Krypton, and he'll do anything to protect Krypton. So yeah, so like he breaks down the doors. He kills the counselor, and then like they're about to arrest Jor-El for something, and then this oh yeah, I forgot to mention too that Krypton in this movie is a lot different than Superman the movie's Krypton. Superman the movie's Krypton was like a big ice planet. This one, it's more of like a big Star Wars planet in a way. It's like this like big it's this big dystopian planet in a way. It's like this big dystopian planet with like a city in the sky and a city on the ground, and it's like and like you have like flying animals and talking speakers that look like paintbrushes, and children are born a different way, like they're born through like water and like plants and all that. But like Kal-El Superman, he's the Krypton's first natural birth in centuries, like having birth like humans do on Earth. So yeah, Krypton is much different than the Superman the movie's Krypton. So like as he's getting arrested, Kelex, the talking speaker that I said that looks like a paintbrush, uh, Kelex puts a bright light on them, like kind of like hurting them in a way, and then like Jor-El escapes from their grip, and his wife Laura is telling him to extract the codex. The codex is all life of Krypton and what makes babies in Krypton and what creates all the plants and all that. So like Jor-El goes to harvest the Krypton from there, and like he puts it in his son's genes and cells for all life to exist on Krypton in his body, so he can like so he can live so he can live so he won't die on Earth basically, so he can like have some life from Krypton on Earth. So he does that. He sends his son Kal-El to Earth, but like while he does that, General Zod like goes there, and he's like, I know you took the Codex, Jor-El, because like the Codex is life of Krypton. So if he has the Codex, he can make more life on Krypton anywhere he wants. So so like he thinks that Jor-El put the Codex in the ship that Kal-El's in. he doesn't know that he put it in his son's body. So so like after that, like they start fighting and all that, and then General Zod kills Jor-El by stabbing him, and then as as Kal-El's ship is going to Earth, well, not going to Earth, but like leaving Krypton. General Zod's people are about to destroy the ship, but then Jor-El's people stop it from doing that, and then they sentence General Zod and all his people to the Phantom Zone. And then after that, the whole world, the all of Krypton destroys and blows up. But like it destroys in a different way. Like the Krypton sun does not like go get close to it. Like destroys because like its core like got weaker, and it exploded. So after that, you see Kal-El's ship going to Earth, and like it lands on a big field. But and then the scene ends right there, and we cut to him 33 years later. He is now an adult, and what he's doing as an adult is he's trying to see what his purpose is, where he comes from, and all that, like why he has all these powers and all that, um who his parents are, where he's from, and all that. So like he's like going through all these different jobs to like see to like find something. He's basically like going out of Smallville to like see what's out there and like getting jobs and all that, and then like he gets this final job at this snow place. Um, so this snow place in Antarctica, where like they found like this big ancient ship trapped in ice, and Lois Lane from the Daily Planet is there to write a story about that. And the whole ancient ship is being guarded by the government. Like the government is studying off it too. Like all the government and Lois Lane are studying off it, and Clark got a job there. And in the middle of the night, as they are all sleeping, he goes to the ship, and um, and then he sees like all the things in it. It like had everything in Krypton in it, and like he's confused on what all this is. And then like Lois Lane comes in because she followed Clark, because like she was like, where are you going, because she saw that Clark was going to the ship. So like she goes to the ship herself, and then like she takes a picture of these like kind of like metallic bugs or something in the ship that were from Krypton. She takes a picture of it, and it attacks her and blasts her, and then like that leaves like a big injury in her stomach, and like Clark sees it, and he heals her by using his laser vision. And so after that, Lois Lane gets very suspicious about Clark, and like she writes a story about Clark and all that, that like there are aliens living among us and all that, and like this guy with like all these powers and all that. I'll get to that in a bit. So then once Clark kills her, like he puts her like back in the snow, and then like he he takes the ship. He controls it and moves it somewhere else where no one can find him. Uh, the next day, and then the next day, while he's in the ship, he sees his father, like a hologram and a shadow of his father. And like he starts talking to his father, and like his father tells him everything, that he's from Krypton and all that, that the planet is destroyed, and like he tells him about General Zod and like everything and all that. And then he tells him like, you're here to save the world. You have grown much stronger in art than I could have possibly imagined. And he gives him like his Superman suit, and like he's like, you must give Earth hope, because that's what this symbol means. The Superman chest symbol. He shows him the symbol, and he's like, that's what the symbol means. The symbol of L's means hope. And you have to give it to them, Cal. You have to give all people, all life on Earth hope. And so that's basically his purpose. And then like he goes out, he gets out of the ship with the whole Superman costume, and then he never knew that he could fly, and like this was his first time knowing he could fly. So like he starts flying with the suit, like super jumping and flying, and it's really cool. And like there's this cool theme to it when he's flying, and it's like so cool. So like yeah, he starts flying and he starts seeing his purpose is to save Earth. And then after that, we cut back to Lois Lane. Lois Lane is like was writing a story about Clark, and like um, her boss at the Daily Planet, Perry White, doesn't want to publish it because he's like, no, imagine how people would react about a man like this, about aliens among us. So like then she decides to publish it through through the news through computer news and all that. And so she does that, and then like Perry White talks to her about like I told you. Well, how would the world react if they knew that this man lived? And so yeah, that's a big plot point to this movie is like how people would react about something like this. We even get flashbacks with Clark. Like Clark remembers about like when he was a kid with his dad when he would use his powers, and he was like, Clark, he was like, Clark, imagine how the world would react to this. And like his dad even dies that way. Like he dies in like a tornado, because like there was like a tornado, and like he didn't like make it out on time, and then like Clark was about to save him, but he was like no. He was like no, no, and then he dies, and like he died knowing that the world wasn't ready yet. So yeah, that's like a cool plot point to it. That's a really interesting plot point. The way they use it in this movie is really cool too. So is there any, so what else is there? Oh yeah, once Clark finds out about his past, he goes back home and tells his mom all that. And then like after that, we see that General Zod is alive. Um, General Zod, he escaped the Phantom Zone when the when Krypton exploded. It exploded the Phantom Zone too. And so like you see that General Zod has landed on Earth, and like everyone on Earth is like aware of this, and they're like freaking out that there's a UFO outside. And like he sends like a message viral throughout all technology on Earth saying you are not alone, you are not alone, you are not alone. And then after that the message changes, and then he's talking to them like, my name is General Zod, I come from a world far from yours, and there's another person like me on your world named Kal-El. And to this, I say this to Kal-El: surrender within 24 hours. And so like once that happens, Clark like starts getting like start Clark like starts getting like confused, like if he should trust Zod, if he should turn himself in. So he goes to a priest, and he's like, should I do it? Should I trust them? And he was like, sometimes you gotta take a leap of faith first. The trust part comes later. And so he does that. He reveals his power to the government and the military. And then once he does that, like the government's like is scared of him, but then they're like, okay, you got our attention, and then like they send him outside to like try to talk to General Zod, and once he's in there, one of General Zod's people like tell him to like come to the ship, and like they invite Lois Lane into the ship too. And so like once they go to the ship, General Zod tells Clark his whole plan that he's gonna destroy Earth. He's gonna destroy Earth and make Krypton live again. He's gonna make Krypton live again with no Earth survivors, with just Kryptonians, and like take over Earth. So that's his whole plan, and like so after that, he wants Clark to join him, but like he doesn't want any part of that, and so like he doesn't want any part of that. He wants Earth to live. He doesn't want Krypton to live because Krypton had its chance, and so he doesn't want any part of that. And so that's the whole plot of Man of Steel, is him stopping General Zod from creating Krypton on Earth. So that's the whole plot of Man of Steel. Now, do I like it? Yes, I love it. I love Man of Steel, but like I don't love it more than the first two. Oh wait, actually, I kind of like it a smidge more than Superman the movie, but I don't like it more than Superman 2. Superman 2 is like my is still my favorite. I think this is like my second favorite, right next to Superman 2. So yeah, I really love Man of Steel. The characters, all the characters are really good. Like they really change up the characters from Superman the movie onto here. Like they're all completely different. And Lois Lane and Clark don't even fall in love until much later on, which I really like their whole relationship and all that in this movie when they first have their first kiss. So yeah, General Zod is a really cool villain too. Like he's more, I think he's a little more cooler in this one than he was in the originals. And like in the end, him and Clark have like this big battle, like flying around the city and all that, and fighting each other, and it's really cool. So yeah, and all the actors too, they all do a really good job. Like Henry Cavill as Superman is awesome, but like not awesome, not as awesome as Christopher Reeve, but somewhere close. Amy Adams as Lois Lane is cool too, and like the father figures, Kevin Costner and Russell Crowe are like really good too. So yeah, the soundtrack too. The soundtrack to this movie is really cool. I really love the soundtrack to it. Like it has like this really dark theme to it, and it's really cool. The effects are amazing. Like the effects, like all the effects look really cool. To rate this movie, I think I'll give it an A, just an A.